There. Hello. This is my channel. Today we're interviewing an Americorps alumni, all soon to be alumni. I am here with
Maria Jelka.
Maria Jolka, age 24, and say your team, Maria. Your team, Maria.
Wave one.
She's wave one. I'm gonna go over with Maria and ask her some questions of Americorps, the program, how she's doing it, and why she joined it. Now, Maria, give us some of your backstory. Where are you from?
I'm from Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania. And the big question here is, why did you join Americorps?
Well, during the COVID pandemic, I was just looking for a chance to serve, get involved in my community, and just to get some new experiences. So that's why I joined Americorps.
Okay. How long did your process take?
I applied at the very beginning of August, and then I would say my application process from the beginning to when I completed the clearances was in, I'd say, a few months before March.
A few months before March?
Yes.
Okay. Was it stressful or anything?
I was nervous, but I mean, I was pretty nervous. But once I was accepted, I felt fine.
Okay. So then, throughout the process, did you ever doubt joining? Did you want to just cancel your application?
No, not at all.
Not at all?
I applied before for the summer program previously, but it was canceled due to the pandemic. So then I reapplied as soon as the application cycle opened up again. I applied for the next class then.
Yeah, I did not know that. So then, that means you saw other Americorps programs, right?
Yes, I saw the other Americorps programs, but I wanted to do FEMA-Corps.
FEMA-Corps, not traditional Corps?
No.
What made you want to be part of FEMA-Corps?
Just because of the experience, the type of work that it did. I figured it would just be a much better fit for me, just overall.
For life skills and then professional?
Yes, and it's more of a professional program, which is more helpful for me. Some service is good, but at the same time, I really like gaining those professional skills and working on those.
Then, and I'm following up with her on so many questions like an interrogation. What on your first day? Fresh out the bus?
I was pretty nervous. I didn't know what to expect. It was just all so much. Everything was so new. Going on that plane, just going to Mississippi, I was just super I felt so many different things. I was excited yet nervous and just looking forward to the adventure.
Well, I had sensory overload, honestly. It was a lot of people, a lot of moving parts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then, okay, so then when did it start to get a little easier then? How many days after the first day did it get easier?
I would say after the first 3 or 4 days, it got a lot easier.
I get that. And then what about meeting your team? What were your initial thoughts?
I ran into Jack first, and then I eventually ran into Sarah. Sarah was my roommate, so she was the one. Sarah was the one who I met first. She was my roommate, and then eventually I bumped into Jack, and then I later met Emily and the rest of the team, and we all just kind of clicked. We're all a good bunch. We like each other a lot. We just get along very well overall.
Because I think what I was going to say is that a lot of people in comments of my videos, they've been complaining about that they're not sure how team activities will be and team bonding experiences, because you are living with strangers at first for about a whole year, so that's intimidating. Would you say anything to that?
I would say just sometimes it's just helpful just to break the ice and just start chatting and just make small talk. Talk about yourself and talk about them. Listen to what they say, and just sometimes it can be awkward at first when you first know someone, but it's always awkward the first few days, but it's just good to just those team bonding activities can be helpful, and I would say bring a deck of cards and play cards with your games. Yeah. That's how our team really bonded, was with card games.
I like that answer. What's your specialty role, Maria?
I'm the project outreach liaison.
What does that mean?
I help to coordinate the ISPs, and I also do activities with my team sometimes to help get to know the area and other things like that. Okay.
And when you were first told about your specialty role, did you know going into it that you'd be taking on a leadership position?
Yes.
Okay. And how are you feeling about it so far?
I feel pretty good about it. We had some difficulties at first, but it's just with the time, with the hours and stuff, because we were working the 12-hour days.
Mm-hmm.
It made it a little difficult for the ISPs the first round, but it's something. I've done coordination before with nonprofits, and I've kind of helped schedule things with things that I volunteered before, so it's not that much different.
You touched on the work hours,
Mm-hmm.
and we worked in the same project, so I'm with her too, but I want to hear her perspective. What would you say were the work hours the hardest part of round one, and like what challenges did you face in your first round?
I would say just the challenges overall. It was just a lot. It was just long, but I think that's where you just keep going and just each day you look at it. Each day will just find, sometimes it can be helpful to find things to do when you're not working. If you're working those long hours, like say doing courses online,
Mm-hmm.
if you have time in between during those long hours, just work on courses, read a book, just find things for yourself to do, keep your mind occupied in this time, and will go by very fast.
Yeah, great. Damn, I agree to that. Honestly, I think the long hours was the hardest part for me personally, because I had a lot of things I would do, like working out and stuff, but I had to like shift my schedule to kind of go with my new work schedule.
Mm-hmm.
What would you say to people that think Americorps is more of a job and they're joining it, but they're upset that the pay isn't there or that the food budget isn't really there?
Well, actually, even though we're not getting paid a whole lot, if you think about, the cost of the hotels and even things that they're paying for, like even small things like laundry and food, it actually is, if you figure out the cost of those, it's actually fairly good pay. It can be a little hard if you have loans or things like that, if you have a car loan or things like that,
Mm-hmm.
and that can make the stipend a little
That's
difficult.
True. Yeah.
But overall, for what they're providing in the program, it actually isn't that bad of pay, in my opinion.
So you'd say you're fully comfortable?
Yes.
Okay. What about like with cooking and dinner?
Cooking and dinner, I would say, for myself, I love cooking, so I don't mind cooking and helping the team cook. But what I found is helpful is if you get the crock pot, just make dump meals, kind of, that you just grab cans of something and just throw it all in. Just have recipes like that you can just throw stuff together. And I think that's kind of the best thing for cooking.
What about like with teammates who don't know how to cook as well?
Then that's an option. That's then a chance. That's an opportunity
For growth, right?
for their growth and for you to help with your leadership skills. Practice those leadership skills. Teach them how to cook. Use the EDGE method. Explain, demonstrate, guide, and enable.
Yeah.
Then you just explain to them, this is how you do it. Demonstrate, teach them how. That's when you demonstrate and show them, this is how you do this, and then you guide them and help them along while they're doing it, and then they'll be able to learn. Anyone can learn anything. And that's where you just be patient, because some people may not have all the same skills you don't have. You may have.
Yeah. It takes a lot of time, honestly. Not just with cooking, but when you're in Americorps, you'd agree, right, that it's kind of like a bubble that you can experiment in, that you can't normally make those kind of mistakes in everyday work. But like it gives you the chance to try, Why not? Like, what do you have to lose here? Okay, so then tell me the best day of Americorps that you've had so far. And then after that, you're going to tell me the worst day you've had so far.
The worst day I had was just, I thought there was a point where it's like the long hours, and then there was some confusion over the hours of the ISP, and I thought we had to do 10 hours per round.
Jesus.
So I thought I was honestly a little freaked out, because that would mean we were working 6 days a week, 12 hours, and then having to do ISPs on our spare time, which I was a little nervous about. Fortunately, that was clarified, and that's only 10-hour staff reductor hours are required for Americorps. But that was kind of the worst day, just because I was like, oh man, I'm going to burn out. I was worried I was going to burn out, because I can't work 7 days a week. That's very hard.
Yeah.
I mean, I could, but for several months, over a long month, if it were like 2 to 3 weeks, it would be one thing, but it's just if it were like for the whole year, I was worried about burning out. Fortunately, that I found out that was not But that day when I thought that was that, I was nervous.
Yeah, yeah. I think I remember that's the first time we hung out, right? Like the same day. Yeah, honestly, dude. So then, what was your best day?
Best day, I used to say, honestly, when we had that big celebration at the dunk and everything.
Oh, the party?
Yeah,
With the burgers?
With the burgers.
Oh, yeah,
that was probably the best thing I think of this round so far.
Mm-hmm.
And also just when we did that night at the skate rink and we all just hung out.
Yeah, like the socializing.
That was just nice.
That's something I wanted to talk about as well. Aside from just team activities, there's a lot of camaraderie and stuff. Like almost, I'm not saying full military, but there's just a sense of togetherness you get in Americorps that you wouldn't get in normal programs, right? Mm-hmm. And I think a lot of people, especially around the age of 18 to 24, even 25, really like that. Like if you have social anxiety like myself, it gives you a lot of chances to kind of push through that bubble. Okay, I'm trying to remember that's joining Americorps now, like a newbie.
Just make sure you're well prepared for the program. It is a difficult program, so just bring stuff to like keep you like for stress, and just be mindful of the stress. Sometimes it can be a little hard. Sometimes things will change, and that's just how life is. Sometimes, I mean, you'll meet your friends, and then they'll eventually leave. And that's just kind of how the program is. But we will make some lifelong friends here.
Yeah, Maria. Okay. I like that answer. I really do. Then going forward, if someone was hesitant about leaving their home and their family life, right? What would you tell them if they want to join Americorps but they're still on the fence because they don't want to leave home?
I would say go ahead and do it. Just jump in. Don't think about it. Just dive right in. It's an adventure that you won't want to miss.
Oh my God, she's just given amazing answers right now. Then when you joined Americorps, right, and you left home, how did your family feel about it?
They were a little nervous at first, but then eventually I explained the program and what it was about, and they felt very comfortable with leaving, and they're very happy that I could be in the program.
Did they know what Americorps was before?
No, they hadn't heard of it, but I explained to them what the program was, and then they realized it's a federal program, so there's plenty of information on it.
Yeah, online and stuff. And did you know about it beforehand?
Well, actually, how I found out about it when I was in high school on the internet, and I was too young, so and things kind of went on, so I've now finally had the opportunity. But before, it was something I looked in high school. Things got on, and then I kind of forgot about it, and then I remembered about it, and then that's why I joined.
Okay, I get that. Also from previous experience too, a lot of what she's saying is very, very true. Everything is true, actually. So it's like it really hits harder just how important the service is. They can't see me. I'm going to be talking in the background. And like taking that step to just jump in, go into the crazy. So, Maria, was there a definite moment then when you got here from Mississippi where you knew that this is what you wanted to do?
I kind of knew since I started the application that this is what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
So I was just really excited when I came to Mississippi. I was just very happy because it's just an adventure, and I'm looking forward to all of it.
Yeah. And